Hey everybody, Joshua Ingram again, here with you with another How and Why. This time I decided to do my song Two Sides from my first solo album called The Distance. And this song was written shortly after my first daughter was born, and I was having to play a show that I wasn't really interested in being at as much as I wanted to be home with her. Being a dad became something that was just a lot. It was a lot more, a lot different than I expected it to be. And sometimes when you compare being with your child to, playing guitar and a whole bunch of different songs you may or may not like for a whole bunch of people you may or may not like, it just kind of paled in comparison, I guess, at this specific time. So I remember as I was setting up to play the show, I just kept thinking about how much I wished I was home. And so I sat down at the bar top and I got a drink of whiskey before the show and just wrote these lyrics down. And sometimes songs take a lot of effort to get the words out, and sometimes they just kind of flow almost like they were already written and just handed to you from beyond. And that's the way this one was. I kind of sat down, and I still have the original chicken scratch of the piece of paper that I wrote this song down on, and it's been a really good one to keep around and play, and people have really enjoyed listening to it. Now the interesting thing about it is that the time period between when the song was written and when the song was recorded, I had another daughter. So there's a line in there that says that he loves his daughters more than anything in his whole life. And originally that lyric was daughter, but I figured before we recorded it, I should say daughters so that they'll both understand how much I love them. And that's this song, Two Sides. There are two sides to every coin, two banks of the creek. There are two sides to the man that I am, one you know, one you can't see. There's a man who loves his wife, loves his daughters more than anything in his whole life. The sun always rises, then it sets, and which is often easy to forget. There are two sides to every coin, two banks of the creek. There are two sides to the man that I am, one you know, one you can't see. There's a man whose world is dark, he hides in the cold and shadowed corner of my heart. He hides in whiskey far outside, frozen by fear of what would happen if he stepped in the light. There are two sides to every coin, two banks of the creek. There are two sides to the man that I am, one you know, one you can't see. There's a shadow underneath my smile, a loneliness in spite of my friends, a long and painful road that goes on for miles, tells the true story of where I've been. There are two sides to every coin, two banks of the creek. There are two sides to the man that I am, one you know, one you can't see. One you know, one you can't see. There you go. That is Two Sides from my first solo album called The Distance. And I told you a little bit of story about what it was about when I started, but just like a lot of songs, you can start writing about one thing and start to realize that you're really writing about something else, or maybe at least something additional. And that first part where I was talking about being with my family, that was all very important. But there's also this, sometimes as a songwriter, this part inside of you where you feel like you're either not being true with yourself, or you're not being true with your fans, or something. Sometimes you don't know what it is you're not being truthful, or you're not being honest, or you're not being genuine about. And in this industry, oftentimes you get told that you should look, or you should sound, or you should write, or you should act a certain way in order to get popular or recognized. And then sometimes they tell you, well, you just need to be yourself. And so you get different, you get pulled in different directions or different sets of information. And so really your responsibility as an artist, as a writer, as a performer, is to find who you are. And that can take a lot longer than you expected for it to. I think over my career, I've tried different things, different looks, different styles, and it really is just a matter of trying to mesh all that together and figure out what is the ultimate goal here. What am I going to put together to find where I'm headed with this? What's the point to it all? So that song is kind of autobiographical in that way, and it also talks about how you can just be a real critic of yourself. You can be afraid to let yourself shine in front of others for fear of rejection, and that's the same feeling you get every time when you say, hey, I want you to listen to this new song that you haven't heard of, and I want you to see if you like it. And that's the same reason that when people make requests while I'm playing shows, they'll request the same old songs. And it's nice at this point that now some people are requesting some of my same old songs, and they're not just asking for Journey or Garth Brooks or whatever. But I still want to keep writing new music, and I still hope that as my fan base, that you'll still keep wanting me to write new songs, and you'll keep dialing in to hear the new ones as they come. So thank you very much for this how and why about Two Sides. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will subscribe to this channel and like and share with your friends, and go check out the Spotify and Apple and Amazon, all that stuff. That's what we'll be putting music on regularly. So and always go to joshuaingram.com and check around the website, see if you like any pictures of the blog or anything like that. Well, everyone have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. My name's Joshua Ingram, and that's it. We'll see you soon. All right, bye.